All right, fellas, let's talk about magnesium fire starters. They usually hang in the packages like this. You find them at Walmart and Harbor Freights and the Targets. Hey, you got a sporting goods section. You're gonna find these things. And there's a lot of romance behind these things. Everybody thinks they're the most magical things in the world, but nobody really knows what the story is with them. So hey, let's talk about it. So we got a couple of them. Got a couple of them here. We'll pull out some ferrocium, right? So basically, what it is, it's magnesium. The bar, the gray part is magnesium, and it is something that when it does ignite, it burns very hot, very bright. You shouldn't be staring at it, and it is something that will help you get something else going. Now, attached to the bar, that little black jobby there, that's a strip of ferrocium, just like the ferrocium bars. This is not flint and steel. This is magnesium and ferrocium. Now, I will tell you, just watch. Sometimes that little rod will pop out of there. The glue sometimes doesn't hack. So what you do is you take your knife and you would scrape with the backside, with that sharp backside. You would scrape off a pile of it, and they're little tiny shavings. It always helps if you have a piece of newspaper or a piece of paper towel, napkin, something like that to catch these, because once they're down, they're so fine it's really hard to pick them up. So it's easier to put it in there. I will tell you also that if you end up the little pile will just want to like evaporate on you. It's wonderful. It's like picking up the eyelashes of a fly, you know. So you scrape a whole pile of that, and then get that all together, and get all your other fire making things together with it. Then you would flip it over and scratch the ferrocium rod to your pile of magnesium and ignite it. Hey, let's I'll show you what that looks like. That's a little safety here. Haha, a little safety. And to save some time, I already had scraped some into a pile. So let's make a little pile of scraping. The more that you can get that to be little round shavings, like what might come off a machinist drill press type of stuff, the better it's gonna react for you, because the air can get into it. The more of a powder shaving you have, it doesn't work as well. So we are going to take the striker. There's some spark. We're gonna put the spark right in there. I think we are. It'll make a full right out of me. Come on. You can do it. There. Look how easy that was. Very bright. Very hot. You can see that still glowing right now. A lot of heat coming off of that. Now you notice it didn't flare up. It didn't fire up. It didn't turn into a giant ball of fire. But man, that was a lot of concentrated heat. So if you did have some fat wood, now I'm not saying put fat wood directly on it, I would say you would take your knife and scrape your fat wood into another pile of wonderful shavings, and then maybe make a feather stick out of it. Get all of your materials ready, so when that starts glowing super duper red hot, you could take your pile of fat wood and put it on there, and it should, maybe with a little help, some air, ignite. So it's not magic. It's not going to burst into flame for you there, but that's how they work. Now, whew, boy, that did get a little warm. We'll put that. Things to watch out for. The ones that you buy, if they're really cheap, hanging in department stores, they're going to be really cheap. They're going to have more Chinesium in them, and they're not going to work quite as well. If you can find one that is military spec from the old days, you know, in your great uncle's stuff. It will have some military specs embedded in it, and it also will say the brand name Doan, D-O-A-N, Doan, kind of like the back pills, right? Boy, that's the good stuff. It's a softer bar. It's easier to scrape. It fires up. The scrapings that I showed actually came off a Doan bar. The glue, the ferro rod is stuck in there pretty well. The ones that say Doan are much better. The other ones are a bit harder to scrape. They'll make you work a whole lot harder. And a lot of times they come with this scraper that is, and I love watching the guys like, no, you know, you can take that apart, right? The piece of hacksaw to scrape that down. And there you go, fellas. That's magnesium fire starter. Every day. Every day, fellas. Learn something or learn something or teach something on a good day. You do both.